Hi there, it's Bayo here from quietexperts.com and creator of the Quiet Experts Method. Now, one thing I often tell members of the Quiet Experts Method program is that there are clients and there are clients. There are those that can cause you to have heartburn, businesses and individuals, even before they become clients of yours. And it gets worse when they become clients. So in this brief presentation, I'm going to reveal to you the best type of business or person, an individual, if you work with individuals and not in a B2B environment, the best type of business or individual that you should work with that will cause you the least anxiety, the least frustration, and of course the least stress, so that you can self-promote confidently and comfortably. So let's hop into the video and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Hello and welcome. It's Bayo here, creator of the Quiet Experts Method and a creator of quietexperts.com. Thank you for joining me in this brief video presentation where I'm going to reveal to you the best type of business or person that you need to work with. You need to actually be looking to work with as a quiet expert and introvert entrepreneur online. Now, not all businesses, not all people are the same. And there's certain key criteria that once you know this, and once you incorporate this into what you do, into your marketing, into your selling, into the conversations that you're having, into your market intelligence, basically, once you put this as the foundation of what you do, it alleviates anxiety, it alleviates the fear of marketing, the fear of selling, and it makes everything, and I mean everything that you do to grow your business by attracting ideal and dream clients much easier. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Now, the purpose of everything I'm going to show you is to eliminate, as I said, your anxiety, your fear of marketing and selling, and for you to be able to self-promote effectively without being brash, without being overly aggressive or assertive. And not that that's something that we introverts are used to doing anyway, but you don't want to inadvertently come across and make the other person feel like you're putting them under undue pressure. Because the truth about us introverts is that it isn't that we're shy. Okay, you know that. And if you don't, let's be clear about that today. It's not that we're shy. It's just that we have certain preferences when it comes to the way we do things. We like to internalize, for instance. So this is about eliminating any anxiety or fear that you have around selling, marketing, or self-promotion, or asking people to pay you for what you offer in regards to your solutions. So the first thing, understand that there are different types of businesses and different types of people. And within that, you've got to make sure that everything you're doing, your marketing, your content, whether you create videos or audios or anything in between, that you're speaking to the right type of person. This is how you know the right type of business or individual. There are different types. The first type is a business or an individual who is fully unaware. I mean, they're totally oblivious to the fact that they have a problem. The best analogy that I've heard, I didn't come up with this, is that if you opened a shop, a brick and mortar shop, and you opened your doors and no one came in, and then at the end of the day, you just shut shop and you went home, had dinner, and it went repeated it the next day, the third day, the fourth day, that would be a great example of a business owner or an individual who was oblivious to the fact that they had a problem, even though no one's buying what they're selling. Now, as coaches and consultants and experts, this is what a lot of us do. We open shop and we don't get anyone to, invest in our solutions, and we treat it like it's just the most normal thing in the world. Well, it isn't. So understand that there are people out there, just as in the analogy of the shop owner who didn't make any sales, and just as in the analogy of coaches and consultants and experts who aren't making any sales. They're not attracting quality prospects. They're not generating leads. And each day goes by, and how many leads do you get this week? None. They don't see it as a problem. This is the type of business or person you really don't want to work with. And I know your heart, as a heart-centered individual, you might be saying, but I want to help people, Bayo. This is not, and let me emphasize, this is not the type of business or person you want to be working with. It's going to create too much anxiety for you, too much stress. It just gives you all around, problems. Let's look at the second type. The second type of business or person is one that is aware they have a problem, but they don't know what to do. So unaware is different, a lack of awareness, but knowing you have a problem and you don't know what to do, that's a different ballgame entirely. The third type is a type of business or problem that's aware that they have a problem. They're motivated to solve it and believe that they can solve it by themselves without any help from you, either now or later. And these are sort of businesses or individuals that are generally classified as tire kickers. They might come into your stratosphere, into your world, download your lead gen products, your opt-in report or your bait or whatever you want to call it. They may even get on the phone and talk to you, but they have no ambition, even though they're motivated to invest in themselves with you now or even later. But they are motivated, so give them that. But again, they're not the type of person that you want to be working with, okay, as an introverted expert online, introverted entrepreneur online. The fourth type is aware that they have a problem. They're motivated, but they're motivated to solve it later. One of the things that I teach in the Quiet Experts method about how you can have discovery calls and strategy sessions. My strategy session, for instance, is called a Map It Together session. And you can get more information on quietexperts.com. But one of the things that I teach is that you should always assume when you're having a discussion that the business owner or the person that you're speaking with doesn't want to solve their problem now. The mistake I see a lot of introvert entrepreneurs online make, and a mistake that I see lots of quiet experts make, is that when they do have a call with someone, they make the assumption that that person wants to solve their problem now. And then once you have that in your mind, it makes what you're doing just wrong and different. They indeed may want to solve their problem now, but your pre-qualification process should have allowed you to have that information to hand. Sure, you might have the conversation and they might not. They might decide there and then they don't want to solve it now, but that's something else. Don't assume that when you're talking to someone, when you're having a conversation, even if they filled out an application form and they qualified, that they want to solve their problems now. This fourth type of person or business, they're aware they have a problem, they're motivated, but to solve it later. Type number 5 is that they're aware they have a problem, they're motivated, and they want to solve it now. Now, that doesn't need any explanations. But if I asked you the question, out of all these 5 people, do you think that the one that I recommend that you work with, the one you choose to work with over and above all others, exists within these 5? You certainly know it's not number 1. But is it a business or a person that fits maybe between number 2 and number 5? What do you think? Okay. Now, if you said, well, I think it's none of these, you were right, because there is a 6th type of business and person that suits your introvert strengths and will allow you to pay your introvert strength and will allow you to exhibit your introvert superpowers, as I like to call them. And that is a business or a person that is aware they have a problem. They are motivated, as you can see, to solve it now, but they can't find a solution. That is the type of business or individual that you should really be focusing on. And how do you do this? There are so many different ways that you can do this. Your pre-qualification process, if you've gone through you have target market, and target client clarity, which is the first module in the Quiet Experts method for introvert entrepreneurs online and quiet experts. If you've gone through and you've got the outcomes from actually performing that exercise in your business based on what you offer as a solution, you should know who that business is or who that person is. So to leave you with this, There are so many different types of businesses, so many different types of people out there. You want to work with the one that's going to cause you the least stress, will allow you to sell without selling, will allow you to convert prospects into paying clients, and of course, will allow you to self-promote without it feeling like you're actually self-promoting. Remember, you have to self-promote. That's one thing I'm not going to sugarcoat for you, but there are ways you can do it using this approach. Now, I hope this has helped you. What you need to do is look at the people. Look at what you're doing to qualify or pre-qualify people right now, and look at the sort of people who are coming into your world and ask yourself, do they meet this criteria, this quiet experts criteria, that they're motivated, they want to solve their problem now, and they can't find a solution. And this assumes as well that they don't want to do it or they can't do it themselves, by the way, in case you're wondering. But I thought I'll throw that in there just for clarification. Now, certainly hope this has been useful for you. If you'd like to learn more about how to use the Quiet Experts method in your introvert-led business, hop over to quietexperts.com and just check out the resources that we have available. I'm not going to pressure you into doing anything, into signing up for anything, to become a client, or I don't even know if I can help you. But the first step is to realize and recognize that you do have like I said, number 6, you have a challenge, you're motivated to solve it now, you realize that you can't do it, and you're fed up of just getting overloaded with information rather than implementation. Until next time, thanks for joining me. It's been Bio here, and I'll see you again soon.